Good morning, beautiful people. Get your rump out of bed. Listen, y'all. We got to get it together. I'm on the way to the gym. Then a little work later on. About to record. But listen, I was listening to this lady on YouTube and she was like, you are not your environment. I said, I knew I wasn't. I knew. I wasn't from the hood. You are not your environment. I knew that. No, I'm just lying. But she just said, you are not your environment. Meaning, even if you in the projects, even if you in the hood, even if you in the wherever you at, and you don't like your environment, you are not your environment. You can always work forward to change that. And you know what God brought to my mind this morning? I kept hearing, you got to live the life you never dreamed to get the life that you always dreamed. I just keep hearing that. Because right now I'm living a life that I never dreamed of. I never dreamed I was going to be a single parent. When I was a little girl, I never dreamed that I was going to have 2 kids and be raising them on my own. I never dreamed that I was going to lose my job of 7 years during the pandemic and lose my house and lose everything. I never dreamed that I would have a father that was never around, that don't even care to, oh my God, I never dreamed this. This is not the life that I dreamed, but it's okay. Because I never dreamed that I'll be driving a Toyota Camry 2000. I never dreamed this. This is not my dream car. But it's okay. Because as long as I got breath in my lungs, I am not nothing. I am detached from everything. I am a spirit having a human. We are spirits having a human experience. There are people at the border dying to get to America, doing everything they can to come to America. So I thank God for me to be able to think out of the box, to still be grateful, even though I am not living the life that I never dreamed. But I know I had to live this life to get to the life that I always dreamed of. Because you have to turn pain into purpose instead of what a lot of people do around my area, transfer their pain into their kids. Because energy never dies. It just transfers to the next generation. So if you don't change, if you don't transform your pain, if you don't change, if you don't destroy certain habits and behaviors and persons and people and things out of your life, your kids will adapt them. Those same insecurities, those same bad habits, that same attitude, that same negative thinking, they're going to adopt that. That same judgmental ways that you have. That same critic that's in your head telling you you're not good enough is going to be the same critic in your kid's head. Because you didn't show them no different. You didn't transform your pain into purpose. Listen. You got to fight the good fight. It's a fight. It's a fight. Sometimes we be fighting in battles that God has already won. We be doing too much. You doing too much in the wrong areas. You doing too much in your flesh. You need to be fighting like that in the spirit. Run that mouth like that in the spirit. Run them hands like that in the spirit. Not in the flesh. Boy, I wanted to get that off my chest, y'all. I feel so amazing today. We are not our environment. I am not my car. I am not my hair. I am not my skin. You know that song, who said India Arie? Don't let me get it wrong about the artist that sang it. I am not my hair. I am not my skin. I am not your expectation. No. Come on. Woo. It went just right on time with this message. Listen. You are greater. And everything is within you. You ain't got to live to the standards and expectations of other people. You set the standards. You set the expectations. You overcome what you overcome. What you got to overcome. Your fears. False evidence appearing real. That's what fear is. There's nothing to be scared of when you got God on your side. If God be for us, who can be against us? And that's real. If God be for us, who can be against us? Nobody. Oh my God. Nobody. Because you know you walking with God. You know you doing that inner work. You know you doing the best that you can with God on your side. So you don't transfer all that negativity and mess to your kids. Because for those of us that have kids, we all come from trauma, colored people. And I ain't just talking about colored blacks. I'm talking about Jamaicans. I'm talking about Mexicans. I'm talking about Puerto Rico. I'm talking about all these ethnicities. Is that how you say it? America wasn't set up for us. America was set up for the white man. The Caucasian people, okay? So we're going to have to fight a little harder. We're going to have to do a little more. But God, we got to want it. Because God say He's waiting for you. It's waiting for you. I'm waiting for you. But is you going to do the work? And make it worth it? Because it got to be able to stick. It got to be able to stick. I ain't talking about that cheap tape that stick and then it start peeling after a couple months or a year or two. I'm talking about that Gorilla Glue that's going to make it stick. Okay? That's how God going to hold you. God going to make sure if the winds come, if the tornado and hurricane come, you ain't going to move because you going to be stuck with Him. You got to be serious. Only you know what you after. Only you know what you should be doing. So I wanted to leave y'all with this video. I'm about to go fight this gym. Okay? Do what you got to do. You know what you want in life. You know what you deserve. We all say we deserve more. Then we got to act like we deserve more. We got to focus on us. And stop focusing on everybody else and what they think about us. Just make sure you have people in your life that you trust. That's going to tell you the truth about you. Because they on the outside looking in. And some of us can't see ourselves. But if you dealing with God, if you hold it with God, that's what He going to do. He gonna let you see yourself first. And you start working on yourself. Believing in yourself. Cultivating the perspective that God has for you. Believing what God says about you. And walking by faith and not by sight. That's why you can't be your environment. Because we ain't walking by sight. I ain't walking by what I see. The circumstances that I'm in. That's why people be like, who she think she is with that raggedy car? My car don't make me. My car is not called Nisha Michelle. The car is a Toyota Camry. I'm Nisha Michelle. And I am more than just this name that my mother gave me. I'm a spirit having a human experience. See, when you know these things, when you know you're going to keep walking and you ain't going to care what people say. You're going to do what God told you to do. Because He ain't have what they say? He ain't have a public announcement. It was a meeting with you and Him. So let them look crazy. You just do what you supposed to do. And watch God. He gonna provide. He gonna provide. So you got to live the dream that you never dreamed of to get to the dream life that you always dreamed of. You got it. It's within you. Love y'all.